Good morning, I'm Nashika and this is chale.news. It's July 29th and we have a lot to get through. Overnight, oil prices jumped nearly 4%, and your fuel bill may feel it soon. Parliament has a budget deadline on Friday with some serious holes in it, and a school in Swedru has been overrun by drug users for 4 years while nobody came to help. Let's get into it. Brent crude surged nearly 4% overnight, sitting at $87.39 a barrel this morning, after U.S. and Saudi forces struck weapon sites in eastern Iraq and Iran, fired ballistic missiles at U.S. troops. For Ghana, this matters immediately. The NPA reviews pump prices every 2 weeks, and with Brent above $85, that relief you felt at the forecourt, it may not last. Full breakdown at chale.news. Friday is the deadline for Ghana's mid-year fiscal policy review, and Parliament has to pass it with some glaring gaps still in the numbers. A 33.3 billion Ghanaian cedi education line is missing. Hospital construction accounts are absent. These aren't footnotes, they're accountability failures. The clock is ticking. Tied to that same budget push, the incoming cross-border e-commerce VAT is drawing fire from the NPP's own Dr. Gideon Boako, who's calling it a social media tax. His concern, it raises the cost of Netflix and online shopping, and could tax consumers twice on the same purchase. Government hasn't responded yet. The Cocoa Board reforms bill is moving fast, maybe too fast. The NPP Minority is pushing back hard, warning the proposed pricing formula could permanently scrap the guaranteed farm gate price cocoa farmers have depended on for decades. MP Kojo Opong Nkrumah points to a 30% price cut that already hurt farming communities. Another rushed decision here could do lasting damage. VP Professor Jane Naana Opoku-Agyemang says government will release a formal position paper on the Constitutional Review Committee's recommendations, the first official signal since the committee reported back in December. No timeline, no specific proposals endorsed or rejected. A signal, yes. A commitment, we'll see. At the Supreme Court's 150th anniversary, Togbe Afede XIV raised something worth sitting with. Ghana's constitution sets no limit on how many justices a president can appoint. None. He's calling for a constitutional cap, and given the current moment, that's not an abstract concern. Chairman Wontumi has filed his appeal 8 days after receiving a 20-year sentence for illegally transferring a mining license. Former Attorney General Samuel Adwoa Pretty is leading the challenge on 20 grounds, including constitutional arguments. No hearing date yet. China has publicly reaffirmed plans to deepen military ties with Ghana, training, equipment, infrastructure, and a forthcoming hospital ship visit. Worth noting, the U.S. is simultaneously making defense gifts to Accra. Ghana is being courted from both sides. 3 million Ghanaians are living with hepatitis B, over 10,000 new infections every year. The North, especially the Savannah region, carries the heaviest burden, linked partly to cultural transmission practices. The Ministry of Health has set up a new technical committee. No targets, no timelines. A committee is a start, but this crisis needed urgency yesterday. Good news from the financial sector. Ecobank Group posted $423 million in pre-tax profit for the first half of 2026, up 6%, with net revenue climbing 15% to $1.3 billion. Their cost-to-income ratio hit a record low of 48.4%, strong numbers in a tough global environment. A Ghanaian national, Derek Van Yeboah, has been sentenced to 85 months in a U.S. federal prison, that's over 7 years, for his role in a $100 million romance scam and business fraud syndicate. EOCO, Ghana Police, and the Cybersecurity Authority helped secure the extradition. WAFCON upset of the tournament so far. Malawi, in their very first WAFCON appearance, beat defending champions Nigeria 3-2. The Chawinga sisters scored all 3 goals. This shakes up Group C, where Ghana's Black Queens are also competing. Nigeria now face Zambia on August 1st with their backs against the wall. Zinabu Issah once laughed at the idea of becoming an athlete. She's not laughing in that way anymore. She's Ghana's only medalist at the 2026 Commonwealth Games in Glasgow, taking silver in the women's F57 shot put. Her next target, gold at the 2028 Paralympics. Read her full story at chale.news. This one is infuriating. The headmistress of Agona Swedru Methodist Basic School says drug users have torn out every classroom door, removed Louvre blades, and defecated on teachers' desks. She's been reporting this to the Ghana Education Service since 2022, 4 years, no response. She's now appealing directly to old students and NGOs for metal doors and burglar-proof windows because the system that should protect her school simply hasn't shown up. And finally, Adwoa Pretty has admitted the viral $10,000 gift she gave Abina Payola at a wig shop opening last September was staged. She handed over the cash for the cameras, then took it back once recording stopped. Abina Payola hasn't responded. Internet clout at what cost? That's your July 29th morning briefing. I'm Nashika. Chale.news has the full reporting on everything we covered today. See you next time.